Hey everyone, it's Kelly Moe. Today I wanted to talk in this care package about triggers and pacifiers. When my mom's dementia really started to set in, there were noises and things that happened in her everyday environment that really started to cause certain reactions that would make her more irritable or angry or just really set her off. For instance, fire alarms or carts being pulled down the hallway, doors being slammed, chairs being pulled out. Simple little noises that we may hear on an everyday basis, but all of a sudden they would heighten her reaction and her response, and it could set her off and take her into a different mood. Also, other things that would trigger her would be temperature, whether it was actually the physical temperature in the unit, whether it was too cold, too hot, but also water. So when it would come down to have her bath time, her shower time, or even just washing her hands, anytime water would hit her, depending upon the temperature of the water, she would have a reaction to the temperature if it was off-putting to her, which could also lead to her freaking out or getting agitated or angry. I bring this up as a topic today to make you all mindful that things that we may take for granted or things that your loved one wasn't bothered by before they were diagnosed with dementia can now irritate them now, and just to make sure you have things at the ready to help pacify the situation, to keep them calm and bring them back to ease. Some things that were helpful for my mom: we had a baby doll that she would carry around with her and keep with her. We also sometimes would bring one of her favorite candies. She loved Butterfingers. Some of the women, they'll carry their pocketbooks with them. There's a gentleman who he actually, because he says he's cold all the time, he will raid other people's closets and he will layer clothing. You'll see him and he'll have on like 8 different shirts, 5 different pairs of pants, and this happens all the time. But he's doing these things to pacify himself because he's irritated or he's cold or he's not feeling well about something. I know a woman who she carries this huge teddy bear around with her. And you think about Linus from the Peanuts, and he loved his blanket. If it's a blanket, make sure you get them something, get them one. Also, with my mom before, music would pacify her. It doesn't necessarily anymore in the extent that it did years ago, but that would calm her. And at some point, I remember there was a moment where I wasn't actually 100% if the music pacified her anymore, because I think she was hearing it and it made her sad. So it's really just trying to monitor how they're feeling. And you may have to switch up the kinds of things that are being used to pacify. You also have a lot of residents that wander around and they will be in the personal space of someone else. So whether they're just kind of hovering, whether they're poking on you, whether they're touching and pulling on your hair, just being kind of curious and exploring, that's another trigger that can, obviously set people off. And that happens a lot. And I see people, obviously they react, they want to fight the person off. If it's during mealtime and they have their cutlery with them, they may, use a fork to, try and get the person away from them, or they may start throwing their food or whatever is nearby. So just a little tip in regards to preparing for soothing triggers that cause agitation with your loved one. Just be on the ready, just be on the lookout, and stock yourself appropriately, whether it's something that you have with you when you come on your visit or have something that's already ready in the room that you can grab easily to give to your loved one. It's just really important. It'll make your visits easier and it'll keep your loved one calm. Okay? So take good care. I'll talk to you soon.